evening and welcome back to tonight's Don't Make This Weird podcast. With me in the studio always is the lovely Heather.
Hi.
She's with us.
I'm working with the cameras tonight again, so I'm, not paying attention. But hey, guys.
And Tony, who is paying attention.
Something like that, yeah, I think. What were you saying?
Not much. And we actually have a small group in the studio tonight comparatively.
Yeah.
We have my daughter Elaine and Becky from the Survivor Girl podcast. And our music guest tonight is accompanied by Heather.
Plus, beer full.
Buddy has a beer. And we have Nate the Asian and my lovely girlfriend Denise. There, I made it around the room. I knew everybody's
Welcome, everybody.
name.
Glad you guys are
Yeah.
all here hanging out
Pretty-
with us tonight. We are on our 102nd second episode.
Yes.
See, I'm trying to monkey around with everything, and it just doesn't work well. I can't talk and do, just can't do it. So
Multitasking.
I'm not good at this. I'm working on it, though.
We got you, boo.
Thank you.
Anyways, welcome to the show, guys.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
So we definitely needed our fix. Haha, but don't tink. Lame joke. So, yeah.
We need a rim shot.
Yes, I know. Where's that cowbell at? Damn it. Intern.
He points in my direction like I'm gonna fucking get it.
Right?
Like you're the one that has to do it. You don't get paid for this.
No.
Wait.
I sit here and
None
be
of us.
obnoxious.
Yeah, right.
That is the
That's
only
what it
job
is.
detail.
Well, speaking of obnoxious, how was your week, Chris?
Yeah.
It was good.
Yeah?
Not very obnoxious. Okay. So we went to the Tall Ships, and it was a fuck show in Bay City because there's like too many people for too little city
And not enough bridges?
and not enough parking. And that's what this came down to. So we were walking and blah, blah, blah. Well, we needed a closer parking spot, so we walked half of the way. And then I was standing in this parking spot, basically holding it, while our buddy went and got his truck, like a couple blocks away. So I'm standing in this spot, just smoking a cigarette, and this fuckhead comes up in a truck and pulls up, like, in front of me and starts, like, parallel backing into me, like, not moving. Like, he's just gonna run me the fuck down. I'm like, I'm holding the spot, dude. And he says something, I don't know. Denise came up on the right with her her friend, and she's fucking bitching at him, fucking smacked at his window, something like that. So I'm like, well, this is going downhill quick. It's like 1:30 in the fucking afternoon, and I already got fucking problems.
Oh, jeez.
So I'm like, I seen across the street there was another spot, and I was like, fuck it. I just moved and got on the curb, and this guy pulls out, and his little short fucking fat fucker, little sausage fingers. I was going to talk some shit. Talked a little bit of shit, and I'm just like, I'm not going to get in any trouble. Today, I'm going to be on my best behavior. I don't want to get in a fucking fight.
You're not breaking off a 6 piece.
I don't want it today. So he takes off walking, and he's walking down the street, and he gets out of sight. And the whole time he's bitching, being an asshole, I'm chewing up a pocket full of gobstoppers.
Oh, my God. Oh, I know where this is going. Oh, boy.
I didn't swallow one fucking molecule. I chewed it the entire time, collected all of my saliva in this big fucking multicolored galaxy of sugar and hard shit. And as soon as he got out of sight, I fucking catapulted it, and it hit his window like a fucking pterodactyl shit.
Oh,
And
no.
it was hard, it was sugary, it was purple, and it was 98 fucking degrees out baking on his windshield. So now, as I told Tony, his windshield has a thick hard candy shell.
That is great.
So I got my weekly revenge in.
Hell yeah, dude.
I was a
That's
dick.
awesome.
Sometimes you just have to do those things. The revenge kit. It's
The
got to
revenge
happen.
kit now
That's
involves gobstoppers.
It's going to
That's
happen.
right.
We gave a little bit away for season 3.
Okay.
We did talk about, what was the main one that we were talking about? The snowflake meltdown.
The snowflake meltdown.
We didn't give
list.
everything away yet. So do you want to talk a little bit about your segment that's going to be coming up for season 3?
Well, we're going to do the story time with Mr. O'Neill.
Yeah,
We're gonna do
Mr.
that.
O'Neill's neighborhood.
Something along those lines, but I'll have some traumatizing story from my childhood I will share each week
I
until we
think
lose
that's
all of our viewers.
Yes.
I think that's a
yes.
hit.
That is
That's
the
a
end
hit.
goal.
Yeah, so but other than that, like that was just start of your week or the end of your last week, but how's this week been?
Cedar Point. We went to Cedar Point
Yeah.
last Thursday. I didn't make it. It was impromptu. We're looking at the calendar out of weeks before school starts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I had to dive off with her.
Yeah, it's understandable.
But
That's
good-
awesome,
Good
man.
deals. 44
Sweet.
bucks a ticket, included your drink and everything, and
Nice.
parking.
Nice.
Shit, parking's 20 bucks alone.
Yeah.
And then
So,
you get a
good
drink
deal.
every 15 minutes. You go through, hit all the roller coasters. It was amazing. We walk up, and you sit on a fucking ride. You go through the little metal thing, a little walk around.
Yeah.
You walk up and sit on a ride. You're walking around, and they're running half-empty roller coasters and shit.
Really?
Wow.
There was a fucking nobody there.
Wow.
5-minute waits. 10-minute
Wow.
waits. No waits. Walk in, walk right in the little line.
Was it really hot out? It wasn't that bad, was it?
No, it was like a perfect fucking Cedar Point day. We didn't even get sunburnt.
That's
Nice.
awesome.
Rides were
Yeah,
fun.
your message. I'm not gonna be able to make it. It's like, go make memories. It's understandable, man.
Yeah, sure.
Speaking of though not being here next week, we are not gonna be here, so we're gonna re-air an old episode. Haven't decided which one yet, so
We are.
yeah,
Wow.
I'm not gonna be here
Why do I not get the memo for these
because
things?
you're the one that's gonna be way far away. So
That's right. I'm
You're not
taking
going
a,
to be here. You're
so we're taking a
relevant.
break for one week. We usually have 1 week off, so that's gonna be it.
That's our
So we'll
1 week
enjoy it.
off.
So I figured I'd tell you, Chris, so you didn't show up just in case.
Well, that would put me +1 towards the negative.
Right.
six or whatever I'm at
Right.
now.
So how's your week been, Tony?
My week, it's been insanity because we're coming off the 100th episode and everything is still blowing up. It's insane. We've got season 3 coming up for Don't Make This Weird. We've got the Survivor Girl podcast coming up. Mitch Gill just did his 14th episode,
He did.
which was
New audio cops.
New audio cops. If you guys didn't catch that.
Fun.
And there's so much more cool stuff coming down the pipe. That's why I'm taking a week vacation and saying fuck you to all of my responsibilities for a week.
Because of all of Mitch's pre-production.
Yeah, that's it. That's why.
Thanks, Mitch.
Right.
No, I have to give Mitch a shout out for the simple fact is that we did pre-production 6 times
Yeah.
before this show, and it was so much easier. So thank you, Mitch. I want to keep to that schedule.
Yep.
But yeah, other than that, my week has been here, there, and everywhere. It's been kind of crazy. So, but that's what we do every week.
Of course. I mean, that's what we do. The studio, we're always in here doing something. So, and then we have our Relay for Life coming up where we're actually going to be playing at. So that's coming up next month, and lots of stuff going on.
Well, speaking of stuff coming up, we have the Tuscola Palooza,
Yeah, August 10th,
August 10th.
which you're going to be gone for.
Yep.
It's all right. We're going to have fun.
Well, you know, I mean,
Fun without you.
I have to work.
Loser.
I have to work that day.
All right, so it's just me. I'm going to be there.
I'll be there.
That's
after
all you
work.
guys get is me. But, you know.
After work.
Oh, yeah. Me and Nate will be there.
it's the consolation prize.
I just.
I'm glad I knew what that meant. That was
Damn.
mean, man. That was mean.
Damn, the door prize.
Right,
lame.
right.
No, I got a promotion at work.
Cool.
Nice.
So I'm a shift manager. Now I absolutely have to work weekends. I'm working on another promotion because I met with like the big wigs and shit.
Yeah.
So I can't fuck around. Because if they weren't going to give it to me off, I was just going to call in.
Yeah.
But I can't do that.
Can't do it now.
Right.
Because you got to be an example.
So I think I'm opening that day. So I'll be out by 2 or 3. And then
That's
I'll-
all right, as
I'll
long
make
as you
my way
show.
that way.
That works.
That's the plan. But then I'm doing a 3-day trip. We're going to Cedar Point again
Awesome.
Sweet.
next weekend.
Thursday is open for you now, too.
Saturday,
So,
Sunday, Monday. Now I have Friday. Oh my God, I don't even know what I'm going to do with myself. I'm going to go buy a puzzle.
do something exciting for story time. We got to keep that rolling, you know.
I
Something
can't
cool.
afford anything else on my record.
No.
So
I
how
was-
was your week, Heather?
My week was pretty cool. I've been busy with, we did a photo shoot,
Yeah, we
which
did.
was awesome. Actually, that's the first time I've done a photo shoot since weight loss surgery, so it was really cool. I was like, wow, actually, these pictures look pretty cool. So kudos to you for doing that.
Well,
it was
you know,
fun.
I've been known to capture a frame every now and then.
So we had Becky was there. We had some of the other Survivor Girl podcast street team come and hung out. Our
Yep.
intern McKenna, who is very photogenic. I had
Yes.
no idea.
Yep.
But it was really fun, and we're going to do another one coming
Yep.
up too. So we're going to keep on rolling with doing some photography stuff as well. I mean, to add to more things, why not?
Yeah.
So there's that, and I went back to work today. I got glitter all over me.
Hooker.
No, Bronner's.
No, Becky's the hooker. She's
Oh,
the stripper.
That's
No.
right. I forget.
No.
Yeah, you're gonna get that Bronner's Christmas
No.
music.
It's like on what was that show where they're like he's like taking his clothes off. She's like, take some off, and she's like,
Coyote
put
Ugly.
it back on. That's what would happen.
Coyote Ugly.
We're not gonna do that. I work at Bronner's. I was packaging ornaments today. That's what I was
She
doing.
was packaging
no.
ornaments.
It's like, yeah, I worked I was a waitress.
No,
thing.
that's not what happened. But yeah, it's been a really cool week. Lots of cool stuff happening. Looking forward to Tuscola Palooza and all that stuff coming up. So
Yeah, it's insane how summer is, halfway done. I
Mm-hmm.
think that's how they declare that when it's August 1st, August 2nd.
yeah,
Summer was last week.
Yeah,
yeah, just 1 week.
I totally did. I
One
was,
week. So
Well, get ready for 6 months of winter. If you work, Bronner's is a good place to work, and
it is.
those 6 months out of the fucking year.
that is
Well, you
way
know,
too
that-
much
that-
Christmas for me.
That's a big thing. Like everybody's like, well, you work around Christmas. Well, Becky works there too. She has to deal with people calling in though and taking orders for people all over the world. I can't understand a lot of people, so I'm glad I don't work in that department. I get my own little cubby where I can listen to whatever I want to and paint on ornaments all
She's
day.
listening to like Slipknot and Cannibal Corpse going, "I'm
Let the Bodies Hit the Floor actually was playing the one time, and because I found my old MP3 player from like years ago, and I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm heading to this now. This is
Everyone
what
of her
happened.
Santa's got fucking pointy man eyes.
You turn the bulb around, it's got the horns thrown up.
They all look like assholes. Unfriendly Santa collection.
Oh, jeez. Might be onto something.
The Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yeah, so. But that's how the week's been. It's been great. It's been good. So, yeah.
So enough about us crazy people and all
Yeah,
the
enough
stuff
about
that we're
us.
doing.
Everybody hears about us every week.
Right, exactly. We live very boring lives. But we
mean,
have
I guess.
Whiskey Fixx
We do.
in the studio.
I'm so excited because I was saying before they got in here, when they got here, me and Becky got to see them at the Leading Ladies Music Festival, and it was awesome. I was told, me and Hope were up there, we're like, we're starting a band, which we are actually. We've worked on music before. I usually write for her and everything, and she's like, at the festival, she's like, I got my guitar out there. Let's just start going now. And I'm like, let's chill and let's see everybody play, you know. But it was a lot of fun. There was lots of vendors there, lots of really cool stuff, and you guys killed it on stage. You and Wendy Green going back and forth and Black Cat. That was awesome.
That was like a last minute thing. I'm like, hey, you want to come up and sing with us? And she's like, what? Well, what would we do? And I'm like, you got to know like one of these songs. Come
Right.
on. And I was like, you know Janet Jackson? She was like, yeah. So I was like, well, you sing it, and I'll just pick a harmony out, and we'll just do it.
It was awesome.
She was like, you were like, do you know Black Cat? And she was like, Black Cat.
Yes. Yes.
We couldn't even communicate with her anymore.
I
That
was like,
was
oh,
awesome.
we'll just jump in here. You take that. That's cool.
That was really cool. It was very cool. I actually got that recorded on video too. I was like, I have to. I did it live on Survivor Girl podcast, and I'm like, yeah, this is so cool. So I mean, you guys, and then you do mostly country, but you went into like a whole rock thing, and that was very cool too. So you guys usually have like 5 members to your band?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Well, here we have a small studio, so you guys came and just do a acoustic set tonight, which is going to be really cool. How long have you guys been playing?
Our band has been together since February of 2018, so a little over a year now.
Oh wow.
When we do stuff like this, usually I bring just a couple of the guys.
Yeah.
Because it's always in a different. I mean, this is like an hour and a half from our house.
Yeah.
But then my bass player lives in Holland,
Oh wow.
so
Okay.
to drive,
Yeah.
That's a hike.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, we can just do this without.
We're not a couple.
Huh?
We're not a couple.
Oh, not
Oh,
together.
geez.
Not together. So everybody knows. But if you look at Tony's shirt, which you gotta go ahead and put the camera back to you.
What are you, an entity? I don't know.
No, that's me. That's me. Hi guys.
Ah, there it
There you
is.
go. So
can see
apparently his daughter got him this shirt that says "I'm not gay, but 20 is 20. $20 is $20." So you know, if you're in, no, just kidding.
If you got 20 bucks,
You got $20. I'll make the
full
intern
ball
do it.
sack,
Yeah.
come see Tony.
Right.
It's all on the intern because we ain't paying him, but I'll take the $20.
right. But yeah, I guess that's quite a drive though from Holland for him to be here. And where does the other guitar player? Is he from far away too?
He lives in Holly.
Oh, okay.
Danny.
So
Danny
yeah,
lives in Holly.
yeah. Man, you guys were so cool on stage. I was just like, I want to be that when I grow up. Just gotta get a little
Well,
taller.
thank you.
You gotta be a little
Get a little
taller.
taller. And you guys also mentioned on stage that you guys are the buckle is one of your guys's.
Yeah,
Sponsors?
that's kind of a newer thing. I buy a lot of my clothes from there anyway, and just kind of said, somebody needs to endorse my band. I was
Yeah.
like, do you have a manager or something? And of course, the manager comes out, and she's like cute as can be and so sweet. And I literally just was like, I have a band, and she was like, awesome, let's do this. And I was like,
cool.
well, do you kind of want to hear us first? Like, even know if we're good? She was like, this is awesome, let's do it.
That's a cool. That's
And I was
really
like,
cool.
I left the store and I texted the guys and I was like, I just got us all endorsed by Buckle, all of us, and they were like, how? And I was like, I just asked.
Nice.
Sometimes that's all you got to do. I think
That's
it's a
so
Heather
cool.
thing.
We have done a couple things with them, and it's worked out really good, and she's awesome. Her name's Katie.
That's cool.
And shout out to the Rochester Hills Buckle because they're awesome.
Nice.
And you had a really cool shirt on. What did your shirt say at the event?
Oh yeah, so I'm super cheesy sometimes, and we were doing the leading ladies thing, so I found a shirt from Buckle and I said, "Babes support babes."
Yeah,
I was like, I have to wear this.
that was
Heck
cool.
yeah.
That was cool.
So
And
they gave it to me. The Buckle gave it to me. I thought that was
Nice.
pretty sweet of them.
that's really cool. Very cool. So you do originals and you do covers. How many originals do you guys usually do? Or
Well, right now performing, we're doing 2.
okay.
We have 3 singles out so far,
Oh, cool.
and just wrote 3 more.
Awesome.
So we'll be starting to play those out pretty soon, and I don't even think I sent them to the whole band yet. I think
Oh.
I sent them to you, and I think I sent them to Danny, but that's pretty much it. So
do you just do you play and write your lyrics all just by yourself, or do you guys all kind of collectively?
I've been meeting up with different writers. So I've written with Greg Stryker. He wrote "Sleep with My Boots On" and "Quickest Way Back" with me.
Oh, cool.
And then we met a guy named Robert Moore, and I started writing with him, and I wrote 2 songs with him, and one of those is already out called David's Song.
Oh, cool.
And I recently just met with another writer and wrote 2 songs with him, I don't know, a couple weeks back, and his name is Vinny Dombrowski. So
Oh, cool.
kind of just getting a feel and writing with different people, and
Sounds like a lot of fun to be able to work with different people and their different styles. I usually just work with this guy, and I steal his stuff. I'll just be like, "Hey, does that
She
belong?
totally does.
Does that belong to anybody?" And I'm just like, "Wait a minute," and I just get my paper out and I just start writing, and I was like, "Yep, now it belongs to me. Thank you."
Well,
So
you should know. I mean, that's not just Vinny Dombrowski. I mean, this is the guy from Sponge.
really,
Country music.
wow.
yeah.
Really cool.
Yeah, I knew exactly who y'all were talking about. I'm like, really? I haven't heard them guys since like the late '90s.
They're still touring. They're still playing.
Yeah.
And he has that other project. I don't know what it.
I don't remember what it's
I forgot
called,
now.
but yeah, he's playing all over.
But it's just cool to see his style.
Yeah.
Onto a different genre. You know.
Yeah, I saw those guys down at Clutch Cargo. They opened up for Stabbing Westward. It was so freaking awesome. Because what is that? The song that they it was the one that was all over the radio. Human Wreckers or whatever it is. I can't remember.
Yep, it's showing.
I'm so old.
Well, I guess we got a lot of stuff going on in chat. Let's see. Sandy says, "Miss y'all. Love Whiskey Fixx too." Cindy's,
thanks.
the other Cindy says, "Hey guys," and Becky's asking, "When and where is Whiskey Fixx performing at?"
Yeah, I figured someone was going to ask me, and I never remember this. I just remember where we need to go in the next, 2 days,
Right.
and then I'm like, I don't know after that. We're somewhere. So we're doing the Millington Festival on the 10th. We'll be there from 9 to 1, and then we have some private events, and then September, we're doing Holidays. We did that last year. That was really cool. Just right outside, right downtown. I put up a big tent and we play there, and that's a really fun night. So we'll be there, and then then we're kind of far. We're going to Grand Rapids and then Hale. Where's Hale from here?
North.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know how far Hale is, but we got 3 weekends in September back to back.
Wow. So you guys got a lot going. You usually do a lot of festivals around this time of year too, and I don't even know how much traveling you guys do or wherever. I can imagine you do you guys ever get on each other's nerves, or you guys pretty like a family in a different way?
Well, so what was it? Bay City 2 weeks ago? Last weekend? 2 weeks ago.
Alpena?
Alpena.
Yeah, that's a
so
trek.
we played Alpena a couple weeks ago, and we had one hotel room, and there was 6 of us.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
And
I got
I was sandwiched between the drummer and the bass player, and we all woke up and we're just like, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, Evan's still passed out. Aaron's like, I got the picture. This is hilarious.
Couldn't resist it.
I died.
Our sound guy slept on the floor.
Yeah, he's like,
Yeah.
just give me a
No
pillow.
blanket.
I'll
He's
sleep on the
got, like,
floor.
the
Anywhere.
sciatica thing.
Okay.
I don't miss those days.
I was gonna say you've had experience with being on the road.
I
I've
don't
not.
miss those days.
I keep saying, yeah, we're gonna go tour and stuff.
I think it's a blast.
Oh, the touring part is a blast. It's the sleeping arrangements
Oh, I know.
afterwards.
Dude, this is hilarious. Look at that.
She's out.
That is how.
Yep, that about sums it up.
Yeah.
So this is. I'm gonna tell this story really quick. It's very fast, or I'll make it very fast. But so you're always sleeping on the road, you know, when you've got everyone crammed into rooms and whatnot.
Right.
Yeah.
But one night we were somewhere. Where were we at? I don't remember where we were at. We were on our way to Indiana, and we were somewhere. And I woke up in the middle of the night, and I went to the bathroom, and I was sleeping in the same room as the drummer and the keyboardist, and came back from the bathroom, and I'm like dead when I sleep, so I'm like kind of like just feeling, you know, and like the lights are off, and
Yeah.
I end up, you can see this scar here. I smashed my face into
Oh,
the
no.
nightstand, and it was
Ow.
like a murder scene. Like there's blood on the floor, on all the sheets. I went back to the bathroom and I got a towel and I soaked through it within
Wow.
seconds. And I was like, oh God, this sucks. So I went and I woke up Aaron and I was like, hey, I need your help. And he's like, okay. And so he comes in the bathroom and he was like, okay. And he gets another towel and I soaked through that one. He's like, maybe if we just wet it with some water and you lay down. I'm like, okay. So we lay down or whatever, and he's like, yeah, we have to go. So we woke up the keyboardist and I just said, hey, you know, we're going to go to the emergency room. Everything's fine.
Yeah.
Like I just broke my face, but everything's fine. Like nobody's dying and we'll be back. He's like, okay. I'm like, just didn't want you to wake up and not know what's going on. So anyway, the funny part of this, I guess the whole thing's pretty freaking hilarious, but the best part was when we get to the hospital, which apparently was across the street.
Oh, jeez.
Like, what are the chances? We were in like
Right.
butt fuck nowhere, and we were like at the front
We
desk.
were on a bus.
Oh yeah, we
Okay.
had like a tour
Everybody
bus.
was on our bus.
Oh,
So we had
man.
no. I'm like, okay, can we Uber in this nowhere town at 4:00 in the morning?
Right.
Yeah. No.
And we asked the front desk lady. She's like, oh, it's right there. I'm
It
like,
was like in the movie when the
What?
sun just comes out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And there it is.
The emergency room is getting closer to us.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wait, no, Heather's the one who hit her face.
Don't go into the light.
Yeah.
so we ended up we get there, you know, and they're like, you need to sit in this wheelchair. I'm like, I don't need to sit in the wheelchair. I'm fine. You need to sit in the wheelchair. Okay. So I'm sitting there and he's giving them like my insurance and like they're doing whatever. And they ask him what happened to me because apparently they thought like he was beating me
Oh
or
my
something,
God.
right?
Right.
Oh, Christ.
So, and I'm like, I'm still so tired. Like, I'm not ready to have a conversation.
No.
And I'm in a lot of pain. And so she starts wheeling me back to the room. And again, my whole face is split open. So I'm like, got this giant towel on me. And she's like, well, how did this happen? Apparently they have to ask like both parties.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whatever. So anyway, I'm like, well, I really don't want to tell this. Right? I just want to lay here, you know. And I'm like, well, I had to go to the bathroom, but I didn't want to turn on the lights because there was 2 guys in my hotel, and I just didn't want to wake them up. And you can see the faces, and I'm like,
God damn.
I'm like, no.
Not like that.
One of them's, he's my, forget it. I'm a whore. And they just.
Fucking, he beat me.
Everyone just came unglued, and I was like, "Can I just lay down, please?" Like,
Oh
just-
man,
Do you feel safe on the road?
I'm gonna ask that question even when you go there for nothing that has to do with any of
Right.
that. Like what? No, I am.
Alcohol involved.
There was not.
Wow.
This is one of those rare occasions, actually.
Yeah.
There was not.
Was it because you just finished it, or?
Well, of course.
I had my head
course.
the other day on the sink.
Oh man.
That's pretty good.
Oh,
So this happens often.
Yeah.
Okay.
We kind of just try to bust our heads open all the
Yeah.
time. I don't know why. I guess we think there's a
Creative.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Record check. I don't know.
Oh man.
so yeah,
No.
people don't get it, and
No.
to me, it's like so normal. I'm
Yeah.
like, yeah, we're all sleeping in this room, and like they're like, "What are you having? Like orgies every day?" And I'm like, "No, I'm gonna forget it.
Just
Never mind."
forget it. I'm in a band.
Yeah, exactly what you're thinking. Whatever that is, go with that.
Just
Yeah.
go with it. Just leave it.
I don't know. I don't know.
I think it's so funny that most people think like the rock star lifestyle is so glamorous and all this stuff that they do, and it's like, no, you don't understand the shit we deal with on a day-to-day basis. And it's like, this is not what it sounds like. And they're like, yeah, right, whatever. It totally sounds like that. Fuck it, I'm a whore.
This is a good one. We got this is with another band, but we got our ride broke down, our bus broke down
Yeah.
on Thanksgiving Day in the parking lot of the Lion's Den.
Oh no. No.
Now, I don't know if you've ever tried to get towed on Thanksgiving with a giant bus full
Yeah.
of gear,
Oh, yeah.
but it's not happening.
No.
So we all had ham sandwiches,
Aw.
and the guys are peeing outside. I'm like, somebody needs to walk me in this store. 'Cause I have to pee. And we hung out there for, until about 2 o'clock in the morning, and we had people come and pick us up, which was fun. So you end up in a lot of really crazy places and have really fun stories. And
Yep.
Say lots
it's
of great
good.
stories.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's fun.
Oh man.
That's the great part about being on the road. You can't make this shit up.
No.
It just happens.
As I say, I've heard lots of stories from you on the road and
Oh,
stuff. So
Jesus.
I can imagine. I can imagine.
Well, it's always great when you meet somebody who's, a touring musician and you get to swap stories. It's like, hey, and it's not a up contest. You just go, all right, this fucked up shit happened to me.
Yeah.
And I need to share it with somebody that understands it.
Because I know you've been in a similar.
Oh, God,
Then
yeah.
Everybody else thinks you're crazy.
Yeah,
They think-
yeah.
Like that didn't happen.
Oh, and it's so because people are like, "Oh, that's awesome! You went to Florida." I'm like, "Yeah, we played. Opened up, did this, whatever."
Yeah.
Oh, well, what did you do while you were there? I mean, you probably, you get to go all these places, and I was like,
No, you don't.
I literally got off work, met the guys, drove to Florida,
Yeah.
played the show, and drove home.
Yep.
That's it. Yeah.
There was there was one hotel room, but
Yeah, yeah.
That's it. Yeah.
we drove the whole night, like straight through. Like, I was so tired at one point.
Yeah.
We were sitting outside of a gas station. They were filling up and everything. And this girl, it was like 6 in the morning. I hadn't slept in 48 hours.
Oh, yeah.
And this girl's like, "Hi, I like your shirt." Or I don't know. She said something to me, and I just started crying. And I was like, I need to go to bed. Please don't talk to me.
I don't feel safe on the road.
Aw.
So they're like, just put her back in the truck.
Just put her. Just grab her, put her back there. That's. Oh wow.
That's great. Will you guys play a tune for us?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, we actually I just wrote these, so we just learned them this week.
Oh.
So which one do you want to do first?
Oh.
I'll
Dealer's
let you
choice.
pick.
This is the first time we let our bass player play guitar too.
Yay.
So we wrote this song. Me and Vinny wrote this, kicking it country style. So this is basically a song that's, you got country and you got rock, and I feel like today's country is pretty much rock.
Yeah.
And then taking it a step further, you know, the country is the USA, so it's kind of that's kind of what this song's about. You ready?
Yeah, sure. I just got a little itch on my knuckle.
Oh, honey, you don't need knuckles.
Scratch my back.
Just do what you do in all the games and use your thumb.
Oh, 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 oh. Some folks are kicking it old school. Back in '79, Leonard Skinner and REO. On new school, that shit's kicking like a mule. Up church, got them singing all that hick-hop, hick-hop. Honky-tonk all night and party every day this weekend's lasting longer than a country mile. We're kicking it country style. Oh, 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 oh. Kicking it country style. Oh, 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 oh. Some folks are kicking it real cool, laid back at the bar, tequila sunrise in their hands, or kicking it by the pool with all the rowdy friends, half naked ass shaking to some Snoop Doggy Dogg. That ain't country, ain't rock and roll. The only country is the USA. Kicking it country style. Oh, 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 oh. Kicking it country style. Oh, 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 oh. Kicking it country style. Oh, 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 oh. We're kicking it country style. Oh, 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 oh. If you're kicking it in Nashville, say hell yeah.
Hell yeah!
If you're kicking it down home, say hell yeah.
Oh.
If you've never been to the country, well, I got something to say. You're in the country of the USA. Oh, 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 oh. Kicking it country style. Oh, 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 oh. We're kicking it country style.
Awesome.
Yeah!
Very cool. Very cool.
Thanks.
So, I know some of the listeners are probably wondering where they can get your music at, and if you have merchandise or where they can go to get that, if you guys have shirts or anything.
Yeah, absolutely. So we have a website, and you can get merchandise from there, and you can also download our songs for free on the website as well, whiskeyfixx.com with 2 X's.
Nice.
You can also stream our music on basically any streaming device. So Spotify, iTunes, what is it, Google Play?
Yeah,
I
Apple
was-
Music,
yep.
Amazon Music, the list goes on.
I think it's on Pandora. It's everywhere.
And they can follow you on Facebook. You guys are up there on
Yep,
Facebook.
Facebook, Whiskey Fixx. Our Instagram is whiskey_fix, everything with 2 X's. And yeah, follow us,
Awesome.
like us.
Yeah, go ahead, guys. Go over and like and share them, and go get some of their music and buy some of their merchandise. Support.
Yeah, support your
what we're
local
all about.
bands. Exactly.
So that's one of the reasons I really like doing this show is when we can have musical guests on. Any guest. I love all of our guests, but being able to help, direct them to where you have your music at, your merchandise, and what your guys are up to, your shows. That's one of my favorite things. So
I like the music and the big fat paychecks we don't get.
yes, yes, me
'Cause we
too.
don't get one.
It's fun. But that's all right that we don't do it for that,
We get a
though.
bottled water,
Yeah.
Yeah.
free tickets to comedy shows, stuff like
That's
that.
Oh,
right.
That's right. Yeah. Mitch Gill.
Yeah,
This is coming
Mitch
up again in
Gill's.
September.
Yep. September 21st.
I'm
20th?
excited
I
for
don't
that to
remember.
start back up. I've actually wanted to go a couple times this summer and thought about it. I was like, man, I wish the comedy show was going. But
It's season
not.
5 of Get a Room Comedy
It
Club.
is.
It's hilarious.
He does a good job. He packs that little bowling alley lounge thing, man.
Yeah.
A
That's
couple hundred
fun.
people in there. It's a good time.
Yeah. So.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what we've been up to.
Right.
So.
So give us the backstory. How did Whiskey Fixx become Whiskey Fixx?
Well, I was playing with another band, and I was a backup singer, and really just kind of wanted to do something different. And I really didn't know what that was, and so I kind of put in my notice, and I said, I have nothing, so
Right.
I'm not leaving you high and dry. Like, we have some time until I figure what I'm gonna do out. So, I ended up just kind of fading out of that and found some players, and we started Whiskey Fixx with 5 people in the band. 2 of them have since left, and we have hired Eddie as our other guitar player and Nick as our other bass player.
Nice.
But yeah, that kind of just happened, and everything was really actually smooth and easy, and things kind of just fell into place, and things that weren't working kind of just faded out. Like everything was
Yeah.
really like just smooth. It was very easy, and I wanted to start writing original music as soon as possible, so we jumped on that pretty quick and started the band in February, released our first single in September. Yeah, that's it. I don't know. You want to add anything, guys? You want to say anything?
I just like the music. It's great. I've been playing rock and roll my whole life, and Aaron been bugging me. You gotta play country. That's where it's at. That's where it's at. I was like, yeah, but so I
Then I
did.
sent him a video.
But the way we do it, it's just it's just wild.
Yeah.
I just love it. I can't stand still. I'm just.
Everywhere, all over the stage.
Right.
That's
I
awesome.
think
I'm gonna
my
put a tutu
favorite.
on him next time.
It's almost like,
Awesome.
it's almost
GoPro?
like I did an 8-ball or something. I'm just gone. It's fun. I've never had so much fun.
That's cool. That's a lot. That's awesome. You are doing the right thing when you are having fun and you don't feel like it's work or anything. So
Oh, it's
that's
work,
cool.
but,
Well, I mean, there's lots of practice and all that stuff that goes into it. But if you can still love what you're doing.
holding down tents through hurricanes and.
Oh, no. We got to hear this story now.
Yeah.
Oh wow! Yep.
That's a great one.
Uh-oh.
This is an awful story. This happened a couple of weeks ago. We were playing in Otter Lake. The fire department hired us, and we doing a little mini festival with them. And we got there really early. We were like, it was like 90 degrees out, so we were like, let's just get a whole bunch of water coolers, and like just get there and take our time. And
Yeah.
we hooked up some fans on stage so that we had like a little bit of movement, and literally plugging in like the last of the vocal mics and guitar mics and stuff, and it was like 4 raindrops, and then it was just 60-mile-an-hour winds and like
Wow.
just downpour. I mean, like just the craziest. I didn't even know what was happening. We all just start running and like pulling things, and
Tarping.
my legs were so bruised because I was just trying to like grab these giant speakers and like move
Yeah.
things and like tarp this, and I'm like, and then the stage that we were setting up on was 4 feet off the ground, and then it had like bolted in with like, I don't even know what those are, those like double screw things
Like decking lag bolts.
Oh, my gosh.
Like,
Wow.
with a tent on top of it, right?
Okay.
Like
And
a giant carport. Like think of like a carport.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Times wire.
So all of a sudden the tent starts to like
Like the
turn, and Aaron's like, grab the pole. So I go and I grab, and I'm like holding onto this thing with like everything I have, and my feet start lifting off, and the stage starts coming up, and I'm like, oh my God, like, do I go with it, or where do I go?
The answer's let go.
So meanwhile, the firefighters have like this little pop up, that they're holding down.
Oh,
They didn't
no.
notice that I was like flying on the
Oh,
stage.
no.
So they're like, let that go. Came running up. I'm like, thank God. It was so bad. The one guy bent the pole like to a 45-degree angle, and they had to like change out the poles. All the grommets from the tarp got ripped out.
Wow.
I mean, it was
Jeez.
so intense and so crazy.
The other band, there was a band on like while we were setting up, and they had just started, and they were on the ground in the beer tent part,
Yeah.
like on the parking lot ground.
Yeah.
Oh
And
no.
with a whole nother rig and everything, but and like 2 songs in, they finished Turn the Page, finished it. It
Yeah.
started raining.
I mean,
like
it was
that.
pouring.
They finished it, and they were like, "We're gonna take a break for a minute,"
Right.
and then every single piece of their year just filled with water.
Oh,
They just picked up their
jeez.
subs and poured water out, poured it out of the drum.
Oh, wow.
It was-
The bass player was like, "I'm just gonna throw the bass guitar in the back of my car and see what happens in a month."
Right.
Throw it all away. I don't even want it.
Wow.
It was so. I mean,
Man.
we lost a little bit of stuff, but nothing compared to them, and they were troopers. And I can't. I was like, they played that whole song. Like we are running around, and like it was, and they just finished it as they were like trying to back up.
Oh,
You know what I
wow.
mean?
That's
Because they were
great.
under a tarp too, and they were trying to like back up, and the rain was just going so sideways that like just it didn't matter what you did. You're
I
just
can't even
done.
imagine what would have happened if they would have played Stranglehold.
Right.
I think they would have died.
Yeah.
So
Play us out, boys.
that was
Right.
that
I
was an
played it,
interesting
but
one. We got done with the whole thing, and everyone just kind of looked at us, and I was like, I have no idea.
There's nothing left to even use.
I have an extra pair of clothes, so I mean, like,
Yeah.
this is cool. Thank God.
Yeah.
Because we were just dripping.
It was
Yeah.
pretty crazy. I was like really scared driving.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Eddie rolls up, is like, "What the hell happened to you guys? You jumped
Literally,
in the rain?"
like the second the rain stopped.
They were just dripping. I was like,
And it was like, I mean, it rained for a good 45 minutes. Like,
Wow.
Yeah.
just straight, just crazy.
We were doing a show in Oklahoma City with a band that I was with, and it was set up at a fairgrounds. So, of course, wide open spaces. Well, we're playing right next to the grandstand, and on the other side of the track, a tornado was going through. And we just kept playing, and it's like, we should probably do something. and then, if you've ever heard a tornado, it sounds like a freight train. And we finally got off stage. Of course, we're dumping water out of our instruments and everything. And the guy's like, "Hey, I paid you." And I'm going, a fucking tornado just went through the other side of the track.
Right.
Not worth it. Here's your money
Right.
back.
Right.
See ya.
Yeah.
Wow.
And we didn't get paid for that gig, so.
He's like, yeah, but
Man.
yeah,
But it
that's
was a
worth
hell of a light show because there was like lightning everywhere. I'm playing on stage and I'm going, shit, this is how I'm going to die. I'm going to get electrocuted.
cue the telephone poles.
Right?
It can be crazy. It's funny because people are like, well, you're still going to play. And luckily, these guys weren't like that. But people will say that, and you're like, well, you know, if things work
Yeah.
Yeah.
after all of this, and, you know, I don't want to, like, electrocute my whole band, so let's just calm it down for a second.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
I did get electrocuted that day.
Yeah, you did.
Oh man.
I unplugged one of the like subwoofer leads, you know, one of the cables to the power amp or something because we were having problems with it.
Yeah,
And I was gonna move it to another jack or something, and I was still drenched with water.
Of
I
course.
ditched my shoes because they were just awful.
Now,
And
you
it
played
was-
barefoot all night.
We were bumping the system, you know.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
It like arced right onto my finger.
Oh man.
Yeah, that whole water thing.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's like, why? I know better. Why did they do that?
It's a good conductor.
I'm awake now,
The best part was that
motherfucker.
the power feed for us was like household junction boxes with
Yeah.
just like Romex like wire that's
Right.
in your walls.
Yeah, yeah.
And there were no cover plates. They just had like attached them and then just screwed
Oh.
in. So as the rainstorm's happening, I'm realizing to myself, I'm like, those fucking outlets are just gonna be water cups. And
Wow.
Wow.
really, I mean, a couple of lights didn't work,
Yeah.
and the other
but-
lights were physically damaged from falling down.
Crazy.
That's crazy. But what is one of your like good memories of one of your most memorable shows?
Well, that one was pretty good.
Well, yeah, I guess. I mean,
Actually, no, it really, because that's the thing is like once you get on stage, like all of that, like it doesn't even matter, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
And we had a great show that night. We actually the police showed up, and I'm like, what now? And they're like, no, we love you. We heard you. We want you to do an event for us. And I was like, oh, thank God, because I can.
can't
but-
take anymore.
I mean, it's certain things like there's it's not really necessarily a place. It's just kind of like those moments that happen, and they happen for us a lot. But where were we? Just Alpena. Alpena. We were just in Alpena, and we did Feel Like a Woman, and I brought up a whole bunch of guys that were like partying and having a good time, and I was like, hey, why don't you guys come up? I'm gonna do a song with you, and like, you know, brought them up, and the guys start the song, and they're like, and they just start dancing. They just getting down. Like, I put the microphone. He's like, feel like a woman. Like, that's not how it goes, but okay. We gotta have a little bit of rhythm here, but that's okay. They were, oh yeah, that guy's name. I'm like, hey, why don't you, let's introduce you. And the guy's like, my name's Spank. I'm like,
Okay.
nice to meet you.
Nice.
He was pretty funny. We actually saw him later on that night at breakfast.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. That was pretty wild.
We hung out with some of them at breakfast later on, so that was cool.
She sounds like one of the characters from The Legend of Ron Burgundy, Spank Johnson.
Perfect movie, too.
And his girlfriend, Shitty Shelby.
That's funny. I'm
You're
just,
crushing my smokes.
I was just looking at chat, and Shelby says hi all. So that was kind of funny right there.
That was not to you, Shelby.
Right?
Totally on point.
Yeah, yep. And Jeremy says, looking good, guys. The camera's up and running. Thanks, Jeremy.
Yeah.
Derek says, rock on. And I asked if anybody had any questions, and Jeremy said, would that be considered a disaster relief show?
Habitat for Humanity has
Yeah.
contacted us. They want to know if we
Nice.
just want to play, like, in the slums of anywhere.
After that, all you want to do is play. You're like, God, like,
After that,
yeah, I want to play.
After that, I wanted to plasti dip every piece of gear.
I bet. I don't blame you.
I was like, just let me, like, change my shirt and throw a hat on.
Right.
We'll get this party started. No problem.
I'm alive. I'm still alive. We're going to play. The
Everybody's
show must
good,
go
and
on.
now we're going to just party, like, just soaking wet. So this is cool.
Yeah.
And we had a blast. It was so much fun. And, I mean, I don't know. We just... Alpina's always a really fun show. It's always really fun when we pull up the guys and dance and make them sing and dance too. Feel like
Yeah.
a woman. That's just that's a fun time no matter where you are.
Right.
I don't know. You guys have any cool memories? Like ones that really stick out to you? I have like thousands,
I
but
love a lot of them. I really do. We play a lot of fun shows with a lot of fun people. That's the part of it that's the cool memory, I guess, is that it's always a different experience.
Yeah.
And we get to go see different people. And even though we play the same stuff, it's a different crowd, a different town,
Different
venue.
energy.
mhm.
Yeah. So it's
Yeah.
always changing.
Yeah.
It's all a blur to me. I'm just
You roll into a town, you play, you wreck it, and leave.
Yeah.
it's fun. Show up, set up, rip it up. It's cool, man. Dig it.
That's cool.
That's great.
I used to live up in Atlanta over there, so that's a really tiny town if you've ever been there. There's like 3 bars, 2 gas stations, and 3 grocery stores, and that's about it.
And all
don't-
gas stations sell ammo, beer, guns,
Yep.
and
Yep.
Well, yeah,
All
they
of
have
it.
elk and bear there everywhere.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You need a gun.
Firecrackers.
Yep. So I'm familiar with Alpena, but yeah. I'm about an hour away from that little town, so
Yeah.
it's pretty cool.
So you guys got day jobs? Or are you just like rich musicians?
well, we got hand jobs one time. Everybody loves a good comeback story, like Kim Kardashian. I think she got cum on her back in the video.
She did. And then she mattered again.
That's right.
What was the question?
Day jobs.
Why did Kim Kardashian take a load on her back?
She took one for the team, brother.
Yeah, Aaron's good like that. He went out and got 2 hand jobs, come back, gave me one. So
That was nice, man. Sharing is caring.
Special.
I thought you were talking about taking one for the team. I'm like, damn, dude.
I'm so glad I took a drink of water like after that.
What do you guys do for day jobs?
Yeah. That is.
Oh yeah. I work at a life insurance company.
yeah,
It's
fitting.
fascinating.
That
I'm
makes
sure.
sense. I can just see the conversation now. Yeah, you're too.
If you're ever in this again, call me.
Yeah.
And coincidentally, Eddie is a parasailing astronaut,
Oh,
space cat.
That's
Nice.
good.
Nice.
flying high.
I can see my house from here.
That's awesome. Well, actually, I do landscape construction, and
Yeah, did you like my retaining wall that has crippling depression when you guys come rolling up?
I try not to notice these.
Yeah, don't look on your way out.
Don't work
I'll
afterward.
give you a bid before I leave,
There you go.
Appreciate that because I don't want to do it.
I'm a hardwood floor installer, mainly. Some other stuff. Yeah.
He has also ripped apart my entire downstairs.
So Tapster Hardwood Floors looks up on Facebook.
There you go.
Definitely.
I got some cards. I'll drop mine.
I'm getting a whole new downstairs.
Nice.
And that's another fun job.
Only
you know,
taking
'cause it's
you
like,
know,
it's like with the band.
6 months.
Ah.
Go all over
What
the
has been
place
that
and
long?
I still have concrete floors.
I had that happen once. I divorced him. So it was like months and months later. I'm like, yeah, you tore about this. I'm done. I'm out. I'm out of here.
What do you do? I mean, we're kind of bored. We have these day jobs and we have like the band, but like we really just don't have enough going on.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, writing original music is like it's nothing.
It doesn't take much time.
It doesn't
No.
take time to do any
Yeah.
of this. Recording, none of this is. So why not
Right.
have a whole new downstairs
Right.
Of course.
Right.
and
We
do it
spend
like
so much time at home.
do it like sporadically. You know, I'm like, oh, we have a Friday. Let's do as much as we can. You think we could drywall the whole thing? He's like, no, we cannot. I'm like, man,
We talk.
I only
about,
have one day.
we
That's
talk
why
about that
you're
all
in
the
such a
time.
hurry to get it finished. Many times you guys fall and hit your heads and bleed all over the damn place.
A lot easier to mop it off the concrete.
Okay,
It is.
it happened when we were out of town, and I was just tired.
Yeah, I'm
There was
almost
no
full.
drinking involved. There was
Well,
no
that's because there's
crazy.
witnesses around.
And the hospital was right across the street. You do it
Actually-
right.
A couple weeks ago,
Are you gonna make me tell the toilet story?
Heather took a ride on the magic toilet seat.
I ripped our whole toilet seat off.
I'm sitting downstairs and she's like, I'll be right back. We're still having our conversation and it kind of fades away, which it normally doesn't, but it kind of fades away. And then I just hear, like I thought the house fell down.
Oh my gosh.
What was that? And I come upstairs and she's laying in the bathtub, holding the toilet seat. She's like, hi, what are you doing?
Find a happy place. Find a happy
I'm like,
place.
Oh my god.
What happened? She's like, well, it was kind of like this.
Like I did. This is happening. Like, and I just grabbed it and just tore the whole thing. So the next day we went and had to buy a toilet seat, and as we're doing all of these renovations, so we have our landlord that we rent from, and he's awesome, and he's paying us to do this, and we get to pick out whatever, like, he doesn't even know what we're putting in the kitchen. I'm like, it'll be a surprise, and he's like, excellent. Like, we've got such a great relationship that it works out really cool. So I'll go buy material, and then I'll be like, okay, you know, I need you to call in this payment, or like, I'll swing by your house, whatever, you know. And I give him the receipt, you know. I just accidentally put the toilet seat on the receipt of everything else, and he's like, what are you going to tell the landlord why we buy a toilet seat? And I was like, I'm going to tell him I got drunk and fucking fell off. What do you want me to say?
The
We
truth.
fixed it.
Like, we're obviously good at fixing it. No, we're not going to break your house and just leave it. Calm down. Calm down.
Right.
4-inch lag bolts going right to the floor.
3 ratchet straps. She
It
takes
was only
down next time, she
$40.
takes
It
out
was
the shower
not
curtain rod,
that
the
Not
crazy.
Just put it on springs.
And no head injuries or nothing happened. See, you did right.
No.
That's what I should
All
do.
right.
I should get one of those, you know those kid toy rocking horses on the springs?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Just put the toilet seat on the springs like that, so it can,
Oh, jeez.
You could design it like a weebly wobbly.
Yeah.
They don't fall down.
Yeah.
We know that. We know that.
Oh, that.
glue a giant kettleball weight to your freaking legs.
Listen, there's a lot of stress in what we do. I need I just happened to get a little too relaxed. Couldn't stay on the toilet.
Totally took it out of the toilet and like, fuck this shit. I'm done.
I'm done. I'm out. That's it. Oh my gosh. It's crazy.
I will say there's never a dull moment. We have a great time all the time.
It's the best way. But I love that we have cameras now. The facial expressions.
Yes.
I can see
Yeah.
what's going on
It's
here.
so it
Yeah.
adds to it.
And
Yeah.
facial
Great.
recognition.
Yes. Oh. Do you guys want to play another song? Or
Yeah.
You wanna play one?
We're down.
You guys know anymore?
Man.
These are new songs. We haven't played these songs yet. Just wrote them. So this song
Hey, you
is.
should write a guitar part for this one. Really quick. Just give it to him.
Write a guitar part.
Just write a guitar part. Just do something. For this song. No pressure.
I'll tell you what the song is. So we're gonna play this song called "Plant the Seed."
Thought you were switching it up.
And this
a
is
quick
basically,
background on it.
this song is basically. I had this idea, and I'm like, well, we've talked about a couple of things. There's obviously like thousands of goals that you have as band. There's obviously 1,000 goals that you have when doing a remodel, and you just want it to be done. You want to get there. You want to get there wherever there is, and it's really all about the journey and all of the crazy and all the stuff that goes on in getting to where your ultimate goal is.
Right.
That makes everything worth it. And during the journey part of it is where you find more goals and more, you know what I mean? Then it just kind of expands, and it's like no matter what you want to do,
You're always adding.
there's
Yeah.
So that's kind of what the song is just kind of you've got a passion, you've got something that you really want to do, and then it's, well, how do you do it?
That's cool.
So
Mic check.
Mic check. You got it there, buddy? Alright. He can't control himself. Big long black things and shit.
Take one for the team.
you got a dream in your heart, and you're ready to go. Don't even know where to start, but you're taking control. Against all odds, you're gonna shine. Hold on to small victories, 'cause each little step you take, you'll find there's more good inside. And plant the seed in your heart. You gotta plant the seed or the dream won't start. Plant what you believe, just plant the seed. Plant the seed so it will grow. You gotta plant the seed so it will show up in your life, in your love. You gotta plant the seed. It's not a wish or a hope, it's your destiny. It might take all that you have to find your sanity. In the struggle you will find it's not the past that will define you. It's a path you choose with your own rules. You're making a better world. And plant the seed in your heart. You gotta plant the seed so the dream don't start. Plant what you believe, just plant the seed. Plant the seed so it will grow. You gotta plant the seed so it will show up in your life, in your love. You gotta plant the seed. All you can ever imagine. Through the vision comes your passion. Oh, yeah. You got a dream in your heart, and you're ready to go. Don't even know where to start. And plant the seed in your heart. You gotta plant the seed or the dream won't. Plant the seed so it will grow. You gotta plant the seed so it will show up. And you gotta plant the seed.
Nice.
Awesome.
That is really
Nice.
cool. I like
I
that.
didn't mess
Thanks.
up. How about that?
Nobody would have known.
She
Yeah, these
yelled
are-
at me though. 'Cause it was like so frustrating. Like, oh god, get it, hurry, get it. And you didn't practice it, did you? I was like, no.
No.
I'm like, it's fine if you just tell me that you didn't. But don't be like, oh,
yeah,
I don't know why. It's my
Right.
finger's got a cramp in it. No, no, it doesn't.
Well, I mean, I've been married twice, so I know all the tricks and stuff.
I'm pretty straight.
Yeah.
Pretty straight up.
Yeah, you just all that trying to lie crap just doesn't work for me.
Jeremy said that was beautiful.
Yeah.
Chat.
Thank you.
And,
They're really raw. We just did this.
Really raw.
That's
So-
all right.
Not too
That's
bad.
awesome. So you're debuting it here.
Yeah,
That's
this is
just
the first time
cool.
we've
Thank
played
you
it,
guys.
so-
That's
Thank you guys
awesome.
for that.
That's cool.
Very cool.
And we definitely have to invite him to some of the events that we're doing and just have
Yeah.
him come out and jam with
Hang
us.
out, yeah. Tony's actually a really good guitar player. He did the music for the intro on this show, on our show.
Oh.
Yeah,
I don't know what you're talking about.
you know.
Nope.
I mean, all but, 3 of those are mine?
What?
3 of those are mine. The rest are all yours. So.
Yeah.
I'll let him
There's
fool
a
ya.
few over there. I mean, there's a couple in the cases, I think.
A couple in the cases. We have quite a collection going on here in the studio.
Yeah. It's funny because I'll walk into a pawn shop and I'll be like that guitar. We pick it up and play it. Of course, it looks like it has hepatitis, so you're afraid to touch it. And you just get like a napkin or whatever, and you got your alcohol back there. Just clean the string off for a minute so you can play it. And it's funny because this blue guitar, it's behind Chris. Nobody can see it. Why am I pointing at it? Anyways,
You're on camera,
I'm
though,
not
so.
moving
Right.
either.
6 strings.
No, I found it at this mom and pop secondhand store up in Kalkaska, and I got it because it was the only real guitar in the back, just sitting there, looking like it was like, take me home. You don't know what it does to me here.
Oh, jeez.
So I'm in the hotel with my uncle because, and that totally sounded bad.
It's the
After a
road.
touch
It's
me
the-
joke.
Was it
I'm
a
guilty.
hotel or a
Just
cabin?
just be like, I'm a whore. That's
I'm a
it.
whore. Yeah, I'm
I'm a whore and I have a lousy uncle.
That's
You
right.
meant to say cabin.
Kevin.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
in the cabin in Kalkaska, Michigan,
Right.
with Touch Me Uncle.
Okay.
And there's nothing more weird when you're trying to clean a guitar from a pawn shop with hotel napkins and wash rags. Because this thing was just horrendous.
Yuck.
And trying to find a music store in that area, unless you want to drive all the way to Traverse City, which wasn't open then either, because it's on a Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty well fucked.
Pretty much. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So anyways, I got this guitar back, cleaned it all up, plugged it in, and I'm like, ooh, it sounds delicious.
It
So
actually sounds good.
I'm going to dip it, because you've seen like the guitars where they dip them and they're swirly colors and stuff. It's like, yeah. And it's
Did
not
you
bad.
actually do it?
No, not yet.
No.
I'm still experimenting.
I was like, wait, did I miss that?
I won't move, so you wouldn't
So,
have known.
so I wouldn't have known anyway.
No.
So you're talking about Uncle Touchy.
Show
And guess who shows up in chat?
us where he touched you on the guitar.
Show me on the fretboard.
My
where to
my
put
dad
my
always shows
finger.
up at like the most in like awkward times, and he just showed up at that time, and he says, "Hey, how's everybody doing tonight?" Which I want to give a shout out to my dad. Tomorrow is his birthday, so happy birthday, Dad! I have to work tomorrow, so if you don't hear from me for a long time, that's why. I'm just gonna say it. Everybody heard it live.
No,
I'm covered.
I have to say that was my Uncle Paul, and we love.
Oh, he's
Uncle
awesome.
Paul.
Uncle Paul's awesome.
And he's watching me.
He's
clean
not
this
Uncle
guitar.
Touchy.
No, he's not Uncle
No?
Touchy. He's watching me attempt to clean this guitar up, and he's like, "What are you doing? You look like Gollum."
My precious.
Yeah.
And I'm
Like
like, "You
every
don't
day.
even know. It traumatized me."
Jesus.
Oh my gosh! Wow. So, what are some of your guys' influences musically?
Mostly math.
I guess I never thought of that.
We're gonna get
I
along
don't know
great.
why I bothered trying to answer the question. Like,
She's like already.
I'm like, okay.
I was sitting on that one.
Yeah, we gotta go all the way to Tennessee to get Sudafed now. So.
We get to see Uncle Touchy though.
Oh.
Okay, I'll go to the bathroom.
As a band, kind of what we've been going for is more of like the Lady Antebellum kind of meets Carrie Underwood meets Maren Morris
Okay.
is kind of what I'm looking for the band, and what I want our stuff to sound like our original stuff, kind of a hybrid of that. And I guess Lady Antebellum, like the band Perry too. kind of.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's for the band. That's really Maren Morris is just huge to me. Carrie Underwood and Maren Morris have been like. I mean, I grew up listening to Carrie, and then when Maren came out, I was like, I don't even know what just happened, but this is like, and she said it really good. I watched she had a documentary, kind of like a 15-minute mini little documentary kind of thing.
Yeah.
And she was, she made a comment in there, and she said exactly what I said, and that was, I don't know if you've heard "Sleep with My Boots On," but
Yes.
it's not really like your typical country song, and we are not your typical country band. I mean, I don't know any other band that plays Motley Crue.
Right. That's country, yeah.
So
That's great.
Flannel
I mean,
or boots.
Right.
Well,
I
you're
just-
rocking the Chuck Taylors there, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, these are pretty cool. So,
they are cool. But yeah, like I want to write stuff that's just good. Like it doesn't have to be like
Yeah.
this or that. And she said that exact thing, and I was like, at least I'm doing something. I'm on the right track.
You're on the
Right.
right track, yeah.
You know, and that's kind of what it is it's like we all have very, very diverse backgrounds in
Yeah.
music. I mean, I sang opera. I studied opera for 4 years and,
Oh, wow.
and did that, and then I sing jazz.
That's what I
and-
thought I heard.
But then you got, Eddie Van Halen.
he wishes.
And everybody kind of brings their own flair to things.
Right.
So it's I feel like our band is really perfect for what I wanted to do because everybody does bring that different
Yeah.
piece, and it's like, okay, so now we're a country band, but we're not just like, regular, we're different,
It's
and I
kind
like
of-
that. We have like something, like some little flair that just, and our hashtag is Ain't Your Mama's Country.
Right.
'Cause
Like,
as soon as people say, oh, you're in a country band, I don't like country.
Yeah.
But I like this song.
yeah.
Right. Right.
Like,
It's kind of like the whole Johnny Cash thing. You just do you, and people like it.
Yeah.
yeah,
Or
you're just authentic,
The other white meat.
Yeah, exactly. No, that's great. So you said you sang opera or studied it at least? That's crazy because I was listening. I'm like, I cannot figure out what her influences are because you just have this like pure quality to your voice that not a lot of female singers do because it's always they're trying to be aggressive and their voice cracks and you're just like, like a Disney princess or something. It's effortless. So yeah,
You just made her whole night. I hear about that the whole way.
no, seriously.
Called me Tinkerbell.
Basically.
No. Tinkerbell is not a Disney princess. I'm thinking like Belle, with the
Yeah.
books and yeah, go ahead.
oh, I'm
Sorry.
so thinking Cinderella.
That's
That works too.
I thought that-
Books, not breasts.
Can see where those would be, comparable.
No,
No.
those are books.
It's got like
Those are books.
big text books.
Don't move.
No, like the independent, Disney princess of I don't need you. I'll figure this shit out for myself.
Yeah.
Plus dealing with the beast. I mean, come on.
Come on. I guess that kind of fits in.
Interspecies erotica.
Oh, God.
That's right.
My favorite subject.
Hey, don't make this weird.
We're on our way.
Too
That's
late.
right.
Too late. That's what happens around
The
here.
bus left and you weren't on it.
Wow. What are some of your guys' influences?
I just like rock and roll, pretty much. I mean, I like stuff by like Eddie Van Halen, George Lynch.
Nice.
It's just Eddie Van Halen. Yeah, I can't even come close to doing what he does, but it's just amazing how he just conjures things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he just makes it look so effortless. And George Lynch, he's got a really kind of a really cool sound and a really good attack on things. And I also listen to a lot of blues guitarists. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of Chris Anderson.
Yeah.
That guy is
Intense.
phenomenal, and I can't believe that hardly nobody knows who he is.
Yep.
The guy is just amazing. He's just got some really good stuff.
Oh yeah.
Just kind of upbeat stuff. I do listen to country, and there's a lot of country songs I liked out there too. So, Well, it's just, I don't know, just taking a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and just throwing it together and see what the hell you get.
That's what music is all about,
That's
man.
what it should be.
That's what Jimi Hendrix did, man.
A little bit does for him.
Yeah.
A little bit does for me.
So I grew up with, my dad was a touring musician before I came along. So he toured the U.S. a little bit in the 80s. So I grew up watching him in like cover bands kind of post that whole thing.
Yep.
And I originally thought I wanted to be a guitar player, then I thought I wanted to be a bass player. I was more conflicted than like a 13-year-old girl that kind of looks like a dude, you know? I really just didn't know. But one day, I was sitting there, we were in a studio that he practiced at. It was this guitar player studio. Awesome studio. It was like friggin' huge. And I used to just sit behind the control room board
Yeah.
while they were practicing because no one was in there to do anything, and I'd just play with shit, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
Mess everything up. But I went out there, and I went behind him and watched him play, and he put me up on his lap. And he, you know, my feet freaking don't even reach anywhere. But he took my hands and put the sticks in them. And
Yeah.
was like, watch this. You know? We played through a song, and I was like, that was cool. So then at like 3 in the morning, this is in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, yeah.
At like 3 in the morning, they order up some pizzas and probably smoked a doobie or so. And I'm just over on the drum kit.
Right.
So I'm like, cool. Pop! He's like, that's very good, son. Yeah, just try to do that in time next time. You know? But there was like a power behind that. Like,
Yeah.
I just felt something I'd never felt before. So he influenced me a lot over the years, and then when I started playing, he was still playing, and he doesn't play out right now, but he's still, you know, a drummer.
That's cool.
But
man.
I grew up listening to like everything from AC/DC to Nickelback to, you know, Usher. I don't know, everything.
Right.
So
right.
I think my influences are kind of hard to pin down. Really.
Oh, I can sum it up. Anything that'll just blast your chest right through the back of your spine.
Yeah.
Good drum stuff.
He loves,
Yeah.
That's right.
he loves the
Rush.
percussion.
My big influence with the country genre is I got to give a shout out to Rich Redmond from the Jason Aldean band.
Okay.
Drummer
Yeah.
for them.
Yeah.
And he's been a super accessible person and a very kind person. Him and I have, you know, related on social media.
Nice.
Thankful for that. But if it wasn't for like his videos and stuff, I probably wouldn't have understood that I could approach country music the way that I do.
That's
Because
cool.
he's just, you know, an old 80s rock guy that couldn't keep a job in the 80s anymore because
Right.
there are none. Sorry. Rock and roll is dead.
Nah, it's just
Dead.
resting.
It's just resting.
I mean,
come
when you
back.
Just waiting for all these Tide Pod munching little bastards.
Amen to that.
preach it,
Yeah.
brother, preach it. Well, I mean, you have in the influx of like bands like Greta Van Fleet, who we saw live that just tore it up, and they're like 18, 19 years old,
Yeah. Just
going
20.
out there and kicking ass. And I'm going, that's why I got into music, because they're not afraid to go out there and rock and roll. And I mean, regardless of what genre you're labeled at, you can tell when a band is playing live and they were having a blast, because that's what it's about. You're going out there and you're just kicking ass and leaving a footprint. It is so much fun to watch.
Or how good they are when you see them live. And
Right.
They have
Yeah.
all the studio
Oh, yeah.
mechanics and all that. You
Yeah.
know?
Two incredible concerts for me in my life was one, I saw a group, it was a super group called the Dukes of September, which was, really quick, Donald Fagen, Michael McDonald, and Boz Skaggs, all in one group with like super group musicians from around the U.S.
Nice.
And that was phenomenal, as you would believe. But then I also saw Justin Timberlake. And
Yeah, he
that
puts on a hell of a
was
show.
A whole nother realm of
Yeah.
musicianship.
Yep.
Yeah, that explains a lot.
Absolutely.
He's like, here, have a Tide Pod.
All makes sense now.
Mint or orange?
Mint or orange. Oh my god.
I like the blue ones.
No, I used to think Justin Timberlake, you know, just a whole boy band thing when he was younger, blah, blah, blah. Then I seen some of his performance. He's an awesome musician, and almost every movie he's in is good.
He's hilarious.
Yep, The Dick in the
Nice
Box.
guys.
That's
Yeah.
my favorite. 'cause
That's
it's
pretty
a dick
funny.
Joke,
He's
so.
phenomenally talented.
Yeah.
And this band was, I mean, out
Sure.
of this world. I
Yeah.
don't think I've seen better musicians in my
Really?
life. Incredible.
Well, they're all studio musicians being put out on the road because they're like, oh, no, we're going to farm you. We're going to farm you. And hey, since you guys can play all this stuff and you don't even have to think about it. Because, I mean, I used to do session work all the time. And that's some of the most intense stuff you will ever deal with. Because it's like, okay, here's the song. Here's the group of people you're playing with. And 1, 2, 3, 4, go. And you got to be on. And it's like, holy shit.
What are some of the favorite shows that you guys played, like bands that you've played with?
I mean, the Leading Ladies thing was obviously really cool. We're such a newer band that we don't really have a ton of these experiences, really. But festivals, we have that a little bit. Trying to think of the name of the band. Bobbing for Piranhas. They were a fabulous band. They opened up for us a couple weeks ago at a festival that we were at, and they were like blew my. They were awesome. They were great. Frame 42.
Oh wow!
Frame. I can't. I still like have no words. I just was like, this is happening right now. Like they were fabulous.
Everybody had such high energy there. Everybody playing on that stage had such great energy. So it was like, man, and you think, okay, so the next person they're gonna top that, and it was just like everybody was just so good that day. It was awesome.
It was really cool, and I guess I mean I've seen Wendy Green. I've seen them before, and they're obviously fabulous. You know, that's why we got into doing that festival. But being able to meet some of the other bands and hearing their other styles that they do, that was really cool. But Frame 42 just really stuck out to me because they're just kids, you know? They're kids. So I was like, I mean, not that I expected them to be bad or anything.
Right.
I just didn't know, really.
Was that thing that was at Cascading a little while ago?
No, but they were great, too. And, yeah, so I would say, like, those two bands, that Bobbing for Piranhas and Frame 42, they blew me away.
No skin for Rodney Atkins.
Oh yeah, we opened up Rodney Atkins.
Legitimately, that's about how it feels. Like, just forget about that even happening.
Yeah.
That was such a long time ago. I mean, that was like over.
And Smo, that was probably one of my favorites.
Smo was really fun.
Smo was awesome, and at the end of the night, so Big Smo, and he travels with like 2 guys, and the rest is tracks. It's a crazy, weird show. But at the end of the night, they smoked so much pot. And they're like, dude, we were so ready for some munchies. Where do we go around here? We're like, we'll show you. We travel with our
Like we went out to breakfast.
Our stage manager Dave, and Dave's like, oh, right around the corner, there's a 24-hour diner, and you go talk to Melissa in there. She'll hook you up with a Coke. So we went in there and like hung out with those guys. And, like, they talked about all these. I've never even heard so many species of weed plant. Like,
well,
and,
Smo was cool because I met Smo a couple of years before that.
And that's too. Yeah.
I had been in a band and we were opening up for him at this big festival, and so I met him for a hot minute, and I was a backup singer. You know, I'm nobody in this. You know, I'm not like the front person. You know, I'm not the face, and like there's nothing. He saw me for like 10 minutes, said hey, whatever, and then I didn't see him. And then a couple of years later, we opened up for him, and I'm like, you probably don't remember me. He goes, yes, I remember you, and I can't remember the festival it's called. Swanee River Jam. Yeah, he was like Swanee River Jam, in Florida, and I was like, yeah, that's. I cannot believe you remember me, but awesome.
I've only done 4 shows this past 6 years.
Right.
But no, it was really cool, and he was really fun, and we hung out with them, and he was cool to open for. I would definitely open up for him again.
It's cool. In chat, Adam said, please take this as a compliment. She sounds like Jewel. It's great. Their band sounds awesome. And he also said Big Smo is awesome. So.
Please take this as a compliment.
Man, I used to have her album. That was like a long time ago.
What?
Jewel.
I mean, those things don't make that much noise.
Oh, the subtle British humor.
I know,
Yes.
right?
Yes. Oh, man. So we have time for another one. Would you guys mind playing before we close the show up? Or
It's not time to close yet.
no, not yet. We got time for another song if they want to play.
What do you want to play?
Or do a cover.
The quickest way back, if you want.
Yeah, we can do that.
Boots on, boots on, boots on.
That's a great song.
Boots on. And he doesn't know it.
Make Us Way Back is a good one. That's a summer song. It's a fun,
This is
like,
true.
get on your boat, go camping, do something outside. For the 4 days we have left.
Usually when we do
Smells.
sleep with my boots on, that's the one the crowd gets into. So he just jumps down off stage and he doesn't play it. So he doesn't
I had to learn it eventually. All right.
Wait, I was about to say, how does that start?
Just gotta roll into the rhythm, I guess.
I meant the words, but okay. I know I wrote them, but
Think of how you feel right now.
huh?
Think of how you feel right now.
Tired. That's right. Of being sick and tired, like a bird on a wire, watching life go by. I wanna go somewhere. I don't really care. I wanna let down my hair and go a little wild. So give me that sunshine, blue sky, tan boy with those runaway eyes, ocean as far as I can see. Give me that sweet beat, bare feet, beach chair would make it complete. Margarita sitting out by the sea, that's the quickest way back to me. What's the next verse?
I don't really
That's not it.
care.
And that's part of it.
Oh.
I got my Ray-Bans on, so step into my favorite song. Getting my suntan on, waiting for the sun to go down. So give me that sunshine, blue sky, tan boy with those runaway eyes, ocean as far as I can see. Give me that sweet beat, bare feet, beach chair would make it complete. Margarita sitting out by the sea, that's the quickest way back to me. Remember this part. I need the sand between my toes. I need the sunshine on my nose. That's the quickest way back to me. So give me that sunshine, blue sky, tan boy with those runaway eyes, ocean as far as I can see. Give me that sweet beat, bare feet, beach chair would make it complete. Margarita sitting out by the sea. So give me that sunshine, blue sky, tan boy with those runaway eyes, ocean as far as I can see. Give me that sweet beat, bare feet, beach chair would make it complete. Margarita sitting out by the sea, that's the quickest way back to me. That's the quickest way back to me. That's the quickest way back to me.
That was awesome. I like that song.
Do you know,
Thank you.
I don't feel terrible about forgetting the words to my own songs because did you ever watch, they did like an interview with Kelly Clarkson and they were like,
Oh,
they would like say like a line and she had to pick like what song
And
she
then
wrote
your
and
song
she was
is
like,
this.
I know that these are my songs. I don't remember singing this line ever in my life.
Yeah.
And it was, you know, and it was like from songs that were super popular. So, you know.
You're not the
whatever.
only. You're not the only one.
No, it was kind of
Not the only one.
different.
Kind of sucked.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So, Easy says
I relied too
he's
much on
returned.
the beat and the bass.
Wheezy.
Weezy's back, eh?
He said that you have a beautiful voice.
Oh, thank you.
And how's it going? Things still weird around here? LOL.
Very weird.
Yes.
Yeah, now we have cameras, so hey, Wheezy.
That's right.
How's it going? So now you get to see the faces with the voice. Ugh. Ugh.
Make your nightmare complete.
That's right.
Yeah, so
live and naked in front of your steaming eyes.
Ew.
That's what I do. I scare people.
I know, right?
Yeah.
It's that hard candy shell, Chris.
The hard candy shop. He missed that story. Weezy, you're gonna have to tune in like earlier because
That's right.
Mr. O'Neill's neighborhood.
I
you
was
know.
hyper earlier. Now the indica just has taken hold.
Yep. Yep, you're done now.
Oh.
But yeah, it's getting to be about that time. They have quite a drive back. I know you guys always pick on me thinking I'm the mom, but you know what? I get these messages.
You
Hey, we
are
gotta
the
end.
mom.
We have to work in the morning. Will you please shut the show down? And then I look like the bad guy.
That's not how any of that happens.
All lies.
I have not seen a phone in her hand or his hand or the guitar player's hand all night.
Oh, no.
I have mine here because I had to look up our shows.
See? So you didn't see that, but I did. We all seen that, so no, that's all right. So go ahead. We're thankful that you guys were able to join us. I should probably wait till he gets back in here, but
Just, do your thing.
should.
Shut it down.
Hey, it's live.
That's right.
Yeah.
It's live.
No, thank you so much for having us. We had a blast.
No, we're glad that you guys were able to make it, and everybody that has been listening, go and check out where their shows. All that stuff is listed on your Facebook.
Yep, we
Yeah.
post all the events.
All right, so go check that out so you guys can catch them live because their energy on stage is amazing, and get their music. You can download it everywhere.
Yes.
Sounds like everywhere.
Whiskeyfixx with 2x's.com.
There you
Check out
guys
the
go.
website. There's all sorts of fun stuff over there.
Yeah, we had
That's
somebody
cool.
asking about that, so
Yeah,
go
you can
check
download
them
all
out.
the songs for free.
So
Awesome.
this episode will be re-aired on Solid State Radio, so you guys will get a chance to listen to it. No cameras, of course, you won't see that, but you'll be able to hear the whole show.
Yeah.
We get a shout out to Sean and Adam over there at their radio station, so it's cool that they have brought us on. And you guys know them; you've been over there before too.
Yes,
on their
shout
show.
out to you guys. Thanks for playing our stuff.
Yeah, so
We have to
that's
go
awesome.
invade them over there one of these days.
We're supposed to. I keep on hearing that. Like, you guys got to come stop in the studio. So,
Yep.
but we just want to thank you guys so much for joining us. Thank you
Yeah,
for,
thanks for coming on the
driving
show.
all the way here
Thank
and
you.
coming and hanging out. So, I guess that's it.
What?
it.
Sure.
Is it?
We're not going to be here next week. So,
Yeah.
See you in 2
we're having a
weeks.
vacation.
Yep.
So, all right, guys, thank you for tuning in and have a good night.
A song that's